How goes it, vinyl community? Here for another vinyl update. And so let's go. That's what they say on the current Gong Show. If you watch the new Gong Show with Tommy Maitland character, which is the host, which is really Mike Myers in makeup. It's a good show. I mean, I like it. It's not as good as the original, but hey, what is? Starting off here with some 45s again. This one is Whistling Jack Smith, I Was Kaiser Bill's Batman, and the British Grin and Bear on the other side. I don't know what Kaiser Bill's Batman is exactly, but that's what he was. And then a Buddha record, Because I Can. The Tokens, Ode to Get Away, and She Lets Her Hair Down Early in the Morning. And I didn't know the Tokens were on the Buddha label, so. Buchanan and Goodman, The Flying Saucer, Part 1 and 2 on Luniverse Records. This one's a little bit warped right there on the edge, but I thought it was sort of a rare one, so. And then this one here is the Beau Brummels with Laugh Laugh and Still in Love with You, Baby. Beau Brummels was like a garage rock band. I think they're on that Nuggets compilation. And then this was a cool kids record. Crash Bang, He's Out of Bed Again by Jerry Clay and Claire Seagrave. And on the other side is Dennis the Menace. So that was a cool one to find. On to the 12-inch. First one I bought here was one that I had never seen, and I know that this artist had made quite a few albums, a lot more than people had realized. He's an okay singer. I mean, I've heard worse. Leonard Nimoy, The Way I Feel. The one that you usually see is the one of him holding, it says Mr. Spock, him holding the Starship Enterprise. But this one is probably a later one. This is on Dot Records. Let's see. It says 1969, but someone had wrote that on there, so I don't know if it's accurate. But there's really no songs on here other than If I Had a Hammer, Both Sides Now, and Sunny. Those are the only ones that I recognize as an actual, song that was on the charts, I should say. On Dot Records, in really good shape. Only paid $1 for it. It was at a vendor that we went to, what they called Omega Flea this past weekend at Omega Music, or Omega Records in Dayton, Ohio. They had a lot of vendors and stuff set outside, and they had live music, and then we went in the record store too, but that one I bought outside. And this one too, Miles Davis. This is one that and this is an original. It's one that I would have never thought that they would be selling for $1, but the drawback is it only has one record in it instead of two. And he told me that straight up. So I thought, well, for $1, I'm still going to go ahead and get it because, I'm not going to be able to find an original for $1, whether it has both records or not, more than likely. So maybe one of these days I'll run across one with both records, or maybe just get the reissue. But yeah, this one is belonged to Luther and Skip. I think I already showed the inside, didn't I? And then this one was inside the store in the dollar bin. Heaven Was Blue by Rick Saucedo, I guess it is. It looks like a haunted house there on the front. Heaven Was Blue. And then on the back, there's the people that, I guess, participated in the album on the tombstones there in the cemetery. That's sort of cool. I'm not real sure, but it looked pretty cool anyway. Yeah, Jay Johnson, piano. It says Peggy Council, background vocals. Satan, Rick's dog, howling, on Heaven is Blue. That's great. Heaven is Blue is all of side 2. That rhyme. Country shakin', history making. Come on, we're going to rock and roll all night. And party every day. There's some bats up there with a full moon. I mean, this is on Reality Records. An odd label there. So that'll be an interesting one to listen to. I have no idea what that's going to sound like. And this one is a later one that I did not have. Black and Blue in Heat. I was a Black and Blue fan before Black and Blue was popular, based on this guy here. Tommy Thayer is in Kiss currently and has been for quite a while, playing the Spaceman. But this was a Black and Blue album, I think. I don't know if Gene Simmons produced this one or if it was the one previous to this. Yeah, produced by Gene Simmons right there. So that's the connection. So I'm glad to pick this one up. I have the first album, second album, and I want to say this is the third album. It's on Geffen Records. So I just need the fourth one, and after that I don't think there's any that was released on vinyl. I mean, it's possible that they had a greatest hits on vinyl, but I'm not sure. And I don't remember any of these songs right off by the title, but this one's 1988. This guy in the back's wearing a diaper right there. And then this one was really, really cool to find, because I had totally forgot all about the fact that this guy had done this. Chunky A with Ow. And I guess this is a single. The Chunky version on side A. And then you got side B is the Fatstrumental and the Chunkapella version. And it's actually Arsenio Hall is who it is. For anyone out there that doesn't remember this or just didn't know it on MCA. Yeah, Arsenio Hall did a full album, I'm pretty sure. I want to say there was even 2 albums of Chunky A. This came out in 1989. And yeah, it says original version appears on the forthcoming Chunky A album, Large and in Charge. So it's a gold stamp promo. Thought it said Arsenio Hall on here somewhere. Seems like I just seen that, but maybe I just was... Yeah, right here, executive producer Arsenio Hall. So that's pretty crazy. And then was looking through the dollar bin, and something I always want to find, always looking for, this artist here. Lo and behold, they had a Heino record. They had quite a few German records, but only one Heino that I seen. And I might already have this, I don't know right off, but I highly doubt it. So yeah, Heino is like a guilty pleasure of mine. It's just when I see him, it's like, oh my God. I know that some people watching out there probably don't know who Heino is. But I tell you how much I like him. I dressed up like him for Halloween. I think it was year before last. And this record here, it says Atlas Thermostat up here. Hair, the Aquarian Age. Awesome cover there. The back cover too. Looks like you can color those. And this had 2 records in it, but only the one record is the actual one that's supposed to be in here. I'll show you the other one here in a minute. But they had them together like that, so I just left them here with the Aquarian Age. And this has Aquarius. I guess it's like the whole Electric Blues, Bad Boys and White Boys, Let the Sunshine In. Yeah, it's the whole album. I'm not sure if it's the original soundtrack or if it's another artist doing it, but I want to look here on the back and see if it actually says. Oh, it doesn't say right off, I'm sure, maybe in the fine print, but it also had this record in with it, Brotherhood of Man, United We Stand, which was a one-hit wonder, I think, for this group. And this record was just shoved in there too, so it's like, well, you know, I'll get to the counter if they say something, then I'll take it out, and if they don't, then I won't. Except for 99 cents. Was it 99 cents? Yeah. And the last record I want to show is something that, because I was looking through all the dollar records, as usual, and Kat went over to look at the other section of the newer stuff. And she was looking through the soundtracks, and this is on my wish list, but no longer, and found the soundtrack to one of my favorite movies of all time, Death Proof, Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof. If you hadn't seen this movie, you're really missing it. It's from the motion picture double feature Grindhouse, featuring music from the 60s and 70s, including Smith's Baby It's You, Willie DeVille, It's So Easy, and the Coasters, Down in Mexico, plus April March's Chick Habit. I just love this movie, so for her to find this, because I don't know if I would have found it, I don't know if I would have ended up going through that section or not, because when I get into a record store, I just lose my mind, and it's hard for me to think straight. There's Quentin Tarantino. He plays a part in this movie a little bit, which I think he's pretty much in all of his movies as a cameo. This is the chick that's in the movie. This is from an older movie. I'm not sure which one. And then that's Jungle Julia there at the bottom. There's the label, which is the same symbol that's on the hood of his car, Stuntman Mike. So yeah, if you see this movie out and you're curious and you like Quentin Tarantino, or you haven't seen it, you can usually find the DVD of the movie by itself pretty cheap. It was actually featured in the Grindhouse double feature with Planet Terror, which was a Robert Rodriguez movie, which is just as equally good. If you can find that with both of them, I would suggest to get that one, because it has a lot of fake trailers and stuff in it. It's really great. But this, it has some good instrumental tracks. It has a song by Pacific Gas and Electric, Jeepster by T-Rex. It also has a little bit of dialogue in between the songs here and there. But, yeah. This came out originally in, let's see, 2007. So yeah, Death Proof. That is a great record. And that's save the best for last, so that's what I have. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're not currently a subscriber to my channel, and I appreciate it. We'll see you in the next vinyl update real soon.